No, welcome to Morning Flow. This is Leo Bray on behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center in Palm Springs. Please visit us online at urbanyoga.org or at Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook, where you can check out our schedule. We have classes available online every day and 4 days a week available here in person in town if you're local or visiting. And there's also a tip jar online where you can make contributions to support these classes that we offer here. And while I'm thinking of it, this week I have a substitution. I usually teach the outdoor class Thursdays 8:15. I'm also teaching the outdoor class Friday at 8:15. So for people who come to those, they have an extra opportunity to come see me in person this week. We'll start out today in a reclined posture with the soles of the feet together, down onto your back. If you've got these yoga blocks, you might use them for this. You can put the blocks between the outside of your legs and the floor. And if it's easier to lie down and then put your feet together, that's fine too. If it doesn't feel good someplace to have your feet together and your knees out, you could instead just rest the soles of your feet on the floor with your knees pointing out, maybe leaning in towards each other a little. You can do that instead. Maybe your hands rest on the ground, maybe they rest on your body, whatever feels good to you. Sometimes just the grounding weight of your hands is nice, or feeling your heartbeat, feeling the movement of your breath. Make yourself comfortable, whatever variation of this works for you. Bring your attention to your breathing, allowing it to get deeper and slower. This particular posture encourages a good amount of grounding in the back and some nice opening in the hips and the shoulders. Take in your surroundings, the support of the floor and maybe the blocks beneath you, whatever else is going on around you. Sounds in the room or nearby, the temperature of where you are, the quality of the light. Maybe that's just light filtered through your eyelids. Maybe your eyes are open. Not everyone likes to close their eyes. Notice how the movement of your breathing changes your contact with the floor. Observe how these deeper, slower breaths feel. Where you feel the inhales, where you feel the exhales. Scan your body to take in whatever other sensations are present for you in this moment. Taking stock of where you are, not aiming to change anything. Just see what's going on. If you observe something that you don't care for, maybe there's some stiffness or some soreness going on, you might imagine sending your breath to any such trouble spots. And also just make note of what's going on so you can take care of yourself during our practice together, remembering that you can always skip or modify any part of the practice. Now, I say this at the beginning of every class. Maybe you do some other classes where you don't hear that. I encourage you to take that with you as a to go and bring it to any practice you come to. Skip or modify, even if it's not explicitly part of the invitation. When your mind wanders during practice, your attention wavers, as it inevitably will. It's just what our minds do. Gently and compassionately bring your focus back to your breathing and back to this stance of noticing what's going on in your body so that you can continue to take care of yourself and to find the practice that suits you best today. Doesn't matter how many times you need to do that. Just be gentle about it. And maybe in addition to these shared intentions, you want to set a more specific intention for yourself, for your own practice. Just as the practice will be different for each person, the intention can be different. Let any other intention you want to set come together and take root. Before we start to move around, let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth with a sighing sound. Let your eyes open if they're closed. If you have your feet together and your knees splayed apart, let your arms help your legs come out of that shape. So bring your hands to the outsides of your legs, nudge your legs up, rest the soles of your feet on the ground. If you had blocks here, move the blocks out of the way. We'll be doing some twisting, and the blocks will get right in the way. Reach your arms out to the sides. Cross your left ankle above your right knee. Energizing twist. Let your legs fall to the right and turn your head to the left. See if you can keep your shoulder blades on the floor. Come slowly back up to center. And cross your legs the other way. Right ankle above left knee. Let your legs fall to the left and turn your head to the right. Slowly come back to center. Uncross your legs. Draw your knees towards your chest. Inhale, extend your arms and legs all the way out, full body, cat stretch. Exhale, curl up in a ball again. And take a few more. Just follow your breath. Use the whole inhale to lengthen, the whole exhale to curl up. At the end of your next exhale, you can rock side to side or roll in circles and massage your back against the floor. And we'll start to make our way up to a seat. So you might rock front to back and roll your spine along the floor, or if that doesn't feel good, you can just tip to one side, put your hand on the floor, and let your arm help you sit up. All meet sitting up. Find grounding again. Get comfortable so you don't have to sit exactly how I sit. Sit so that you're comfortable. Find the length of your spine. Think about length. Think of the crown of your head reaching up, sitting tall without being rigid, without being stiff. Bring your hands to the sides and rest your fingertips on the floor. Inhale, reach your left arm up alongside your ear. Exhale and let your arm drape over your head. Let the weight of your arm draw your head over to the left. If you want, you might pick your right hand up a little and reach out through your fingertips. Help lengthen the muscle in the right side of your neck, that trapezius muscle there, where we can carry a lot of excess tension. Neck and shoulders in general. It's one of the bigger muscles there, the trapezius. If your right hand is raised, let it down. Now let your neck stay relaxed. Let your left hand slide across your head and slide down to your cheek. Let your left arm lift your head back to center. Then let that hand down. Inhale, reach your right arm up alongside your ear. And as you exhale, let it drape over your head. Let the weight of the arm gently bring your head to the right. And if you like, extend out through your left fingertips. Let your left hand down if it's raised. Let your neck be passive. Let your hand slide over and slide down. And let your arm do the work. Lift your head. Let that hand down. Walk your left hand out behind you. Bring your right hand over to your left leg. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. As you exhale, explore coming more deeply into the twist, working your way up from the waist. Seeing with each exhale if maybe there's a bit further your body wants to go. Inviting, never forcing. Let yourself unwind and come back through center. Walk your right hand out behind you. Bring your left hand across. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale to see about twisting a bit more, maybe with each breath. Let yourself unwind and come back to center. Rest your hands on your legs. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Let your head tip back. Exhale, draw your heart back and let your head tip forward. And just follow your own breath, like cow pose and cat pose. And maybe the movements grow bigger, maybe the breaths get longer. After the next exhale, sit up, tall again. Let your chin come down towards your chest and start some nice slow circles with your head, exploring what's going on in the neck, easing out residual tension from sleeping. Necks are stiff in the morning. It's not the only time they're stiff, that's when they tend to be stiffest. If any area is particularly tight, you might pause with the circling, rock back and forth at the tight spot. Pay a little more attention to that. Maybe find some more openness, releasing some tension. Take a few circles in each direction if you're doing circles. Maybe you're just moving more randomly or more deliberately exploring specific spots. And maybe after the next circle, lift your chin, look forward. Simple forward fold. Rest your hands on the floor in front of you and just walk them forward as far as you can. It doesn't matter how far they go, just see where they want to go. And let that neck of yours relax. Let your head drop down. And breathe into your lower back. And walk your hands over to the left and take a few breaths there. Maybe think of breathing into your right side, that space under your right arm. Walk your hands back through center and over to the right. Maybe think of breathing into that big space under your left arm. Walk your hands back to center and then back in towards you and sit yourself up. And let's come up onto our hands and knees. So maybe tip to one side or maybe tip forward. Bring your hips over your knees, shoulders over your wrists, or maybe behind your wrists if it's too much on your wrist to have your shoulders right above your wrists. Reach your left foot back and press the ball of your foot against the floor. Feel your leg lengthening. With an inhale, pick your foot up, reach straight back through the sole of your foot. Stay with your breath. Sometimes we start to hold our breath. Doesn't help. With the next inhale, reach your right arm out to the side. Bend your knee, reach back. If you can take hold, do so. And kick against your hand, lift your knee, lift your chin. If you can't take hold of your foot or ankle, you could still reach back and bend your leg. Release the grip if you've got it. Let your knee and your hand come down. Take 3 or 4 cow and cat breaths. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Let your head and tailbone go up. Exhale, bring your heart up, let your head and tailbone come down. And after your next exhale, come back to table with your spine parallel to the floor. Reach back and press into the ball of your right foot. Feel that heel move away from the tailbone as your leg lengthens out. With an inhale, pick your foot up and reach straight back. With the next inhale, reach your left arm to the side. Bend your leg, reach back, maybe take a bind. Stretch your quads, open the midline, open your shoulder. Release and lower down. Step your left foot up between your hands. You might have blocks under your hands here to ease that transition if you like. Step your right foot up to meet it. Hang out in forward fold, swaying back and forth, bending and straightening your legs. Hands hanging in the air or dragging on the ground as you like, maybe holding onto your elbows. Heavy arms, heavy head, back of the body lengthening out. Slowly shake your head no. And nod your head yes. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, come back down. Inhale all the way up, arms overhead, hands together. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Let your hands hang at your sides. Lift your left shoulder towards your ear. Slide it back. Let it down. Your right shoulder too, up and then back and then down. Inhale, reach out to the sides. Exhale, reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself, or take eagle arms if you like. Intertwine your arms, bring your hands together. If you're taking eagle, then move your hands and your elbows forward and up a bit. Inhale, open up. Exhale, cross your arms the other way. Or reach for your shoulder blades, whichever works for you. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let your arms down. Inhale, out and up. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms up, look up at your hands, lift up your heart. Inhale to come upright. Exhale to bend to the left, feeling the leg through both arms and keeping the right heel on the ground. Inhale to come up. Exhaling, bend to the right. Try to keep the left heel down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, let your arms come down. Inhale your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands and step back to plank. Letting your hips come down in line with your shoulders and your knees. Knees can come to the floor if a shorter plank serves you better. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down, keeping your elbows in close to your body. Let everything go. Come down on your belly, down on your chin, untuck your toes. Slide some of my props out of the way. We're going to use the floor as a big prop. Reach your arms out to the sides, palms down. Think of grabbing the floor with your left hand. Walk your right hand in towards you, pressing away from the floor on that side. So you roll onto your left hip, let the left side of your head rest on the floor, pressing into that right hand. And maybe that's plenty to do. You could just breathe there. We'll explore or offer some other options. You might lift the right leg away from the left, like opening scissors. Maybe let the heel drift back. If that feels okay and you want to try going further, bend your knee, let the weight of the leg hang, and maybe that foot will drift towards the floor. Maybe it'll touch down, maybe it doesn't. Let it just hang and see what happens. If you want to explore further, you might pick up this right hand and reach up towards the ceiling. And like an owl turning your head, you can let your arm rotate back and forth in the shoulder socket. You might also bend the elbow, bring the back of your hand to your lower back. Try that. And we'll come out of all this just as slowly as we came in. So if you moved your right hand, bring it back and plant it on the floor to steady yourself. Press into it. If you moved your right leg, lift the foot, straighten the leg, bring it in line above the other leg, and let it back down onto the other leg. And walk your hand back out. Come back onto your belly and pause there for a couple breaths once you're back on your belly. And we'll try it on the other side now, gripping the floor with your right hand. Walk your left hand in towards you. Rock onto your right side. If you like, lift your left leg away from the right. Maybe let your heel drift back. Maybe bend your knee. Maybe you lift your left arm up and explore rotation in the shoulder. Or take that half bind. Or maybe a bit of both like I just did. If you've moved your left hand, take your time and bring it back. Ground that hand on the floor by your chin. If you moved your left leg, take your time, rewind, lift the foot, extend the leg, bring it forward, let it down. Walk the left hand back out, come back onto your belly, and pause, resting on your chin or resting on one cheek if it doesn't feel good to rest on your chin. Bring your hands in under your shoulders. Turn your head to center if you're resting on one cheek. Press into your hands. Inhale, lift your head and chest to whatever height feels okay in your lower back. Find the right heart opener for you. Exhale, rock back up onto your hands and knees. Curl your toes under. Press into your feet to lift your knees. Press into your hands and lift your tail. Downward facing dog. Pedal your feet up and down. Heels coming closer to the floor. Nod your head. Shake your head. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, come down. Inhale, all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Plant your hands, step back to plank. On an exhale, lower. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Exhale, back and up. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, come down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, down. Step back to plank. When you're ready, exhaling, lower. Inhaling, open your heart. Exhaling, back and up. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, come down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause for a sip of water. Keeping my speaking mechanism going. We'll play with some balancing. Bring your hands to your heart. I'm going to step over here. When we go to play with standing on one leg, the more cushioning you have underfoot, the trickier it can be. So I've got two mats here plus wall-to-wall carpeting. So stepping off one mat, I have a little less padding underfoot, reduce my challenge level. A good firm floor is the best thing, but I don't have one in this room. So with your hands at your heart, set your eyes on something at eye level, straight ahead, something that won't move, and shift your weight from one leg to the other. And you could set up so that you're near a steady piece of furniture or a wall. So as we start to play around, you might reach out and grab the wall or the desk or whatever's there. Bring the weight into your right leg, let that knee stay soft. Lift your left knee. See if you can bring your thigh parallel to the ground. Let the foot just kind of hang. Now keep your right thumb pressing to your sternum. Drop your left hand down and see where you can take hold of your leg or your foot. So I'm going to grab a big toe because I can and I like to. You might grab the outside of your foot, the inside of your foot. You could grab your shin, your calf, grab behind your knee, in front of your knee. Grab on somewhere there. Stay long in the spine. Press the other thumb to the chest. Reach your foot forward just to whatever degree you can. So I can't straighten my leg. I'm just lengthening my leg. Maybe that's enough. Maybe you open the leg out to the side. Maybe that's enough. Or maybe you open the other arm out. Maybe you fall. There we go. Sometimes we fall, and then we just start over. If you fall, you're human. If you get up, you're a yogi. I'm just going to start again. So just explore what your body feels like doing with these options. Some days I open more here. Some days I open more here. A lot of tightness in this leg today. And And this outer hip. So I'm not going to force anything. That's what I got today. It's not about how it looks. Opening the hip, playing with balance. Whew. If you can, you come out of it slowly by degrees, and sometimes you just fall. And it's nice before you do the other side to shake things out, especially the leg you were standing on. But shake whatever you like. Yeah, very tight today on this side. And I wasn't aware of just how tight all that was until I was doing that. Hands at your heart, shift back and forth a few times. Reset ourselves before we try the other side. So each side is its own exploration, like each day, each practice. Or it's better to come into practice with a spirit of inquiry than with a goal or a list of goals. And you're ready, bring the weight into your left leg. Pick up your right knee, pressing the left hand to your sternum. Drop the right hand, see about that grip. Grab anywhere you want, any way you want. Reach forward with your foot. If you want, open to the right. Maybe open to the left. See, this side is easier. Doesn't matter why. It just is today. Make sure you breathe. Sometimes we hold our breath. Doesn't help. Now, if you can, maybe this side you can demonstrate this. Rewind everything with whatever degree of slowness and control you can, because there is strength in that slowness. Shake things out. There's something in that hip today. Let's come down and have a seat and give these legs a rest. Extend your legs forward and flex your feet back towards you. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your legs. And if your knees need to bend here, they can bend. As you inhale, think of the crown of your head reaching forward. As you exhale, think of lowering down. Inhale, walk your hands up the front of your legs and sit yourself up. Now let your arms help the legs open out to whatever degree feels okay for you. And keep letting your arms help your legs. Bend your left leg and bring your left foot over to your right thigh or right knee. Pivot your torso, aim your sternum at your right foot and flex your right foot towards you. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold down over that leg. Inhale, maybe your head comes forward some more. Exhale, maybe you lower some more. Slowly sweep your right arm out to the side, turn your head. Turn your head and look through your hand. Follow your hand. Turn your thumb down. Bend your elbow, reach the back of your hand towards your left hip and peel your right shoulder back. Extend your arm and sweep it back over. Bring your right hand to rejoin your left. Then open your left arm out to the side. Turn your head to follow. Turn your thumb down. Reach the back of your hand towards the opposite hip and peel your left shoulder back. Extend your arm. Reach it up alongside your ear, overhead like you want to bring your left hand to your right hand. Reach up and out to the side and sweep that arm all the way across. Bring the left hand back to the right hand. Walk your hands up your leg. Letting your arms help extend the left leg. Bend the right, bring your foot across. Pivot your torso, flex your left foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Slowly reach your left arm out to the side. Turn your head, look that way. Turn your thumb down. Reach the back of your hand towards your right hip. Peel your left shoulder back. Extend your arm. Sweep it back over. Bring your left hand to your right hand. And open your right arm to the side. Turn your head that way. Turn your thumb down. Reach the back of your hand towards your left hip. Peel your right shoulder back. Extend your arm. Reach it slowly up alongside your ear, overhead. Right hand towards the left hand. I say towards, my hands aren't really getting very close to each other. If you come practice outside in person, you can see someone touch this top hand to the other hand. It's not me, but it's someone who's always at the outdoor classes. Some people can do that. Slowly reach up and reach out and sweep your arm across. Right hand rejoins the left. Walk your hands up your left. Use your arms to help extend your right leg. Nudge your legs towards each other. Bring your feet together, leaving a good distance between your heels and your pelvis. There's big space here. You're going to grab the floor, either reach under your ankles and grab the floor, or if that doesn't work for you, you can reach over your ankles and grab the floor. And walk your hands forward. And let your neck disengage, let your head drop. Breathe into the center of your lower back. So the side bends we were doing in the previous fold. Help undo compression in the middle of the lower back, compression that happens from sitting a lot. This fold too targets same zone, lower back. And this traction with the arms can get into some nice spots around the shoulder blades too. Stretching things there. Slowly walk your hands back and sit yourself up. Keep your feet together, bring them in as close as you can. Grab onto your feet. Wriggle on your seat to tilt your pelvis forward. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward with your spine long at first. See how far the long spine might go. Whenever it stops lowering, then let your head lower again. Breathe into your hips. Maybe your elbows press down on the inside of your legs. Inhale, slowly sit yourself up. Let your arms help your legs like we did at the start of practice. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees, nudge your knees towards each other, plant your feet. Plant your hands on the floor, wiggle your feet further apart. Let your knees dance back and forth, whatever degree of movement they want to explore. Feeling into space we've freed up in the hips. And let's grab our straps and come down onto our back. I'll let the strap way over there. So you can plant your feet, come down on your arms, come down onto your back. Draw your knees towards your chest. Grab your strap. Holding one end of your strap in each hand, run the strap under your feet. And then reach your feet up towards the ceiling without lifting your sacrum off the ground. So check in with grounding. Sacrum, shoulder blades, back of the head remain on the ground. Legs and strap and arms are long. Point your toes up at the ceiling. Point your toes back down towards your face. Let your feet relax. Slide them apart, keeping them inside the strap. Open them up as far as you want. Take a couple breaths there. Slide your feet back towards each other. Take your left foot out of the strap. Press the back of your left leg to the floor. Hold both parts of the strap in your left hand and reach your right arm to the side. Use the strap to guide your leg over to the left. Turn your head to the right. Shoulders stay grounded. Sacrum lifts away from the floor. So letting the strap support your leg and gently invite it to come over more, not trying to force it. Suggesting direction, letting the breath bring you out, letting your body find the degree of twist that it seems to want. Take your time to come back up to center and take the strap in your right hand. Press your left hand down on the front of your left hip bone. Let your limbs open to the right. Try to keep the left cheek on the ground. Keep the pelvis sort of squared to the floor. Keep the pelvis from rolling to the right. Any degree of the pelvis rolling to the right that happens is a degree less of hip opening here. Keeping your pelvis lined up with the floor just allows more room for the right hip to open as the leg comes over and down. Very gently to come out of this one. Take your time. Bring those limbs back to center. Lift your left leg up. Step your left foot into the strap. Take your right foot out. Press your right leg down. Reach your left arm to the side. Draw your leg over to the right and turn your head to the left. Try to keep your shoulders grounded. Softly come back up through center. Switch hands on the strap. Press down on the front of your right hip. Let your leg fall over to the left. Nice and easy, come back to center. Raise your right leg, draw your knees in, set your strap aside. Hug your knees, rock and roll on your back, massaging it against the floor. Reach your feet towards the ceiling. Reach your hands up, grab your legs or your feet, and play with bending and straightening your arms and legs in happy baby pose. You could always do a different inversion if you like. This is just one way to get your legs higher than your heart. Whenever you feel complete with inverting, you can make your way to your final resting pose, whether that's the traditional corpse pose or any other resting posture that you like. Wherever you can be comfortably still for a couple minutes, letting your breath again slow down, letting your body again get grounded as we did at the start. Maybe just focusing on your breath, maybe reflecting on an intention you set for yourself, maybe just letting your mind drift off. Give yourself some deeper breaths. Nice and slowly begin moving again, bit by bit. Let your movements gradually grow bigger. Take your time, move mindfully. When you're ready for bigger movements, you can eventually gently sit yourself up. You can bring your hands up by your heart if you like. Thank you for sharing practice today. The light within me sees and honors that same light within you. Namaste. Again, this is Leo Bray on behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center, Palm Springs. Visit us online at urbanyoga.org or Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook, where you can stop by the tip jar and check out the class schedule. Questions and feedback are always welcome, whatever way you're joining us. Have a wonderful day.